Hi everyone, here we are on morning of day 11. Headed back out on the trail. It is raining for the first time. Got a little bit of drizzle last night, it looks like. It's kind of misting now. It's not bad, but it is raining for the first time. So good thing I just threw in my rain gear. I've been hiking without the rain gear till now. But it looks like the next couple days, small chance, but hey, it's raining now. Headed back out to Warner Springs. Next section is about 52 miles from Warner Springs to Paradise Valley Cafe, where Sandra will pick me up again and we'll meet up with some friends in Idlewild. So looking forward to that. But the next 52 mile section, we'll have to see how that goes. I think just looking briefly at the trail, it's pretty much uphill all day today, and I might have to do an 18-mile stretch depending on water source. About 18 miles, 3,500 feet gain. So it'll be a long day. Luckily it'll be cool. Hopefully it'll be somewhat dry, but looking forward to getting on the trail. We'll see you on down the trail. Almost forgot to mention my ever-present trail angel Sandra. Always there when I need her. This is going to be the last time that I'm actually at home for next 5 months or so. So I will see Sandra up in Idlewild, but won't be back at home. Alright, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So we're going from Ramona down to 78. We went from a drizzle to kind of a full-on rain, and it's only like 46 degrees out. So I wasn't expecting it to be this chilly and wet. But it's kind of eased up. We just passed through Santa Isabel, and it's more just a very light drizzle now. So got still another 13 miles north to go. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully as the morning progresses, it'll kind of burn off a little bit. But might be getting a little wet for the first time. Add a new dimension to the trail. Okay, so Sandra just dropped me off on the trail. And it's dry out here, so it's looking good. Got a little bit of sun right here, but ahead still looking a little bit ominous, but at least I'm starting off dry. She dropped me off the trail, and another hiker, another girl, sounded like she was from Europe somewhere, was just pulling in. So Sandra's helping her out and taking her to the post office, so she has to walk about a mile down the road. But I'm liking this. Starting off dry. It's chilly though. It was 46 degrees when she dropped me off, so I got my fleece on. The Cooter orange fleece, as Scott Ross likes to say. And we'll see what kind of day it is. So far so good. This big boy here is coming right for the trail. This guy's giving me the stink eye. Now his buddy give me a stink eye too. Just passing through. The view of the valley or meadow I just passed through. I guess it's a meadow. Cows down there, almost right on the trail now. It's a little overcast, but just love these wide open meadows. There's not a road or a building in sight. It's beautiful out here. 1.5, 2 miles outside Warner Springs. Got a little camp spot, picnic table. Haven't seen one of these before. A nice little pole to hang your food bag from. Keep it away from rodents. So, pretty close to Warner Springs, but about 2 miles out. I guess people always used to stay at the activity center, but because the activity center, at least they're building from the school district, they no longer allow people to camp there overnight. So someone was hiking yesterday was having problems because he was planning to spend a 0 day in Warner Springs. He couldn't, so I kind of messed up his plans. I'm guessing he probably came here. This is a great place to camp. The camp spot's a place to hang your food. Looks like there might even be a water spigot there and a picnic table. So I think it's 1.7 miles down the trail if anyone's facing the same predicament. Nice little creek crossing right here. We're about mile 5.5 in for the day. I'm going to keep going. So I think over the next mile or so, we cross this 2 more times. So I think I'll go about mile 6.5, load up on water, then try and make it to Mike's place. This is Agua Caliente Creek. Flowing good. Come across that little guy. Look at his colors. So we're getting up out of the creek bed here. Getting some nice mountainous views here. Made the last stop at Agua Caliente Creek. Got some of that Caliente water. Now we got a 12-mile trek up to Mike's place as the next water source. So loaded up. I think it's mostly uphill going up there. Off in the distance is Lake Henshaw, just before that ridge out there. Okay, here we're at the turnout to Mike's place. Been a long day. I think we got maybe a quarter mile or 1/10 of a mile down this road. Checking in with you later.
I'll go take a look for it. We'll find it.
So here we're at Mike's place. This is about 17 miles from Warner Springs. And he just opens up his place to PCT hikers. So there's probably 20 of us, maybe more. A few are camping out in that shack over there. You got an old T-Bird there with the surfboard in the back seat. A few more tents. I think this is his place here. Probably our hangout.
What?
There's a little bit of shelter in here. Found a covered spot. It's a little bit of a windbreak and some old cushions there. There's a guy spend the night in here. Sawyer, he's graciously let me sleep next to him. So you got a little bit of wind protection, a little bit of rain protection, and a little bit of comfy cushion. So it'll be a different experience today.
If it's pink, it's good. Yeah. If it's pink, it's good. Yep. That's good. Yeah. All right.
Let's say my flight over to Canada.
And then if you nag somebody, it's like nagging, it's like irritating, like.
Oh, what?
Like.
Okay. So you got it going on? All right. You can do it, right? Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Get more sideways.
There you go. All right.
Nice. Self-sufficient.
There you go. Cervezas? You sure that's cooked?
Per favor.
Yeah.
Just
No?
a little bit, but no.
Huh? I don't know.
Okay, so here we're a closeout for day 11. It was a real good day hiking. We did 17 or 18 miles into Mike's place. Mike's place is just a kind of a one-of-a-kind place that you'll see from the pictures. But kind of rolled in with a group. There's probably 20, 25 people camping here. As soon as we rolled in, one of his neighbors, I guess his name's John, comes rolling up in his pickup truck. He hauls out a 5-gallon bucket full of beer and lemonade and White Claw, and then he had a bunch of breakfast burritos. So this was probably about 4 o'clock. So that just was real special, trail magic. And then we were all kind of huddled in the front porch of the house. Because the wind is just fierce up here. It's chilly and it's really windy. So we were all kind of huddled around just chit-chatting. And then Mike comes rolling up in his truck. So that was probably, I don't know, about 5:30. Real nice guy, real generous guy. He comes out and brings out chicken and rice and beans, and everyone kind of chips in and helps cook and hanging out. So real interesting day at Mike's place. We got a little sheltered spot on the patio, about pretty far down the trail. Tomorrow might have to be another 17 or 18 mile day just because the water is spaced so far apart. But for now, I'm just gonna try and get in the sleeping bag and get warm. It's about 43 degrees right now and the wind is just howling. So time to hunker down. Okay, here we are, day 12, morning of day 12, and it's a cool one. I'm here getting ready to leave Mike's place at it's about 10 to 7, nice 31 degrees and windy. My hands are about ready to fall off because I just filled up with water. Carried about 4 liters to get me to the Little Bear Hostel. So that 4 liters adds about 9 pounds to my pack. So got a heavy pack. It's cold, it's windy, it's foggy, but today's gonna get better. We'll see you on down the trail. Okay, here we are, probably 3 or 4 miles in. Hopefully you can hear me because it's still windy, still chilly, and as you can see, the fog has not let up yet. It's pretty interesting hiking because the fog is just whipping with the wind, and it's almost like it's raining because you just get hit by the fog, just collects moisture on you, and then walking through the trail, it's real heavy brush, so it's kind of like walking through a car wash, and you know you're scraping against the brush the whole time. So you can see my legs are just soaked, but it's just more uncomfortable. It's not dangerous because my core temperature is good. I took off my my puffy, just hiking in my Hooter orange mid layer, my sun shirt, and temperature is good, except for my hands. My hands are frozen. I'm not picking up my gloves till Idlewild. I wish I sure could have used my gloves now. I got my sun gloves on, but the fingertips are just frozen. Anyway, just a different day out on the trail. Okay, so just took a little break in the morning. I'm gonna call that my second breakfast. It's tough being a night owl. Getting on the trail, actually waking up and getting on the trail is easy. The hard part is sucking down some food. And I got a real good breakfast mix. It's just have oatmeal and peanut butter powder and carnation instant breakfast. Got some chia seeds, almonds. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of good calories. But man, I just cannot eat that first thing in the morning. So what I did today is I mixed it up, had a few bites, as much as I could do, and then just got on the trail. And here I got a few miles under my belt, took a break, and a lot easier to do it, an hour or two down the trail than first thing in the morning. So, well, that might be my new routine. Also had a few leftover apple slices. That really helped. So you can see I'm in my puffy. Temperature's cool, but not too bad. The wind's just what really gets you. Found the wind's still howling right now. Hopefully you can hear this. I found a little sheltered spot here to take my break. Every once in a while the sun would not really come out, but the fog would lessen and the clouds would lessen, so it gets a little brighter. So I'm hopeful this afternoon it might warm up a little bit. But it's a weird temperature. You can see I'm not wearing any glasses right now. When it gets a certain temperature range, between the cool outside temperature and probably the body heat from my face just fogs up my glasses, whether it's my regular glasses or the sunglasses. So I can't see anything there. So I just take them off. They're in my pocket right now. There's not really much to see in the vistas anyway, and I can see the trail fine. This makes for an interesting day. I think best I can tell, I think we're like 4.9 miles. Can't really read the map too well, far out app. But I think we're almost 5 miles in. It's gonna be a long day, about 19 miles. So maybe a quarter of the way done. And nice little downhill stretch. A little rocky, but it's doable. Working my way down the trail. I think I'm out in front of most everyone. One person passed me today, so there's probably 20, 25 people behind me. I think I got a pretty early start, so I'll probably be in front of most of the group today. Anyway, we'll see you on down the trail. The fog is lifted and burned off. Still cloudy, no sun, still a little bit of wind, but finally no fog, no car wash going through all the bushes. So the day's brightening up. Hey, you hear that? I know, neither do I. There's no wind. Hey, the day's just getting better and better. Okay, so here's the concrete cistern that so many people use as a water source. We've heard in far out it's really low. You need really long arms to get any water out. So most of us are planning on going to the Little Bear Hostel. But we'll take a look. Oh, it doesn't look that low. There's still water in there. Not the greatest, but yeah, you have to reach down there pretty low. But if you're in a pinch, you'll make it work. Maybe a little sea knock bow with a string action. I'm gonna head on down a Little Bear Hostel and get my water there. Okay, it's about 4 miles left. Sun keeps poking out. Got some clouds. It's gonna be a tough day. Gone 17.1 miles. I'm still 2 miles out from the turnoff to Little Bear Hostel. And then it's I guess it's a 0.6 mile trail down, but it drops like 800 feet. So it's a little bit sketchy. It's cloudy again. Getting some rain sprinkles. Nothing long though. So see how it goes. This is the turnoff to Little Bear Hostel. I'd never get here. Okay, so I realized I didn't do a wrap up yesterday. I was just so tired. Yesterday was a real tough day. So this is a end of day wrap up for day 12. Day 12 was a tough day. I knew it was going to be tough because it was a long 19-mile stretch. I had to carry a lot of water because it was 19 miles without water. And then is this kind of sketchy 6-mile trail down to the hostel, so almost 20 miles for the day. So I got started early. I was one of the first ones out of Mike's place. So I got an early start, but as you saw, the conditions were bad. It was windy, cold, wet, so it was a struggle. Didn't really see anyone on the trail. The one guy that, I forget his name, Arthur or something like that, from Taiwan, he's a super fast hiker. So he passed me about 4 or 5 hours in, and then I passed another couple. Those are the only people I saw. But finally made it around. It was a really slog to get to Little Bear Hostel. I was kind of questioning my decision to go that route, but it seemed like the only route to go. But we made it. I was kind of done about the 16-mile point, maybe 17-mile point, but still had another 2 to 3 to go. Just mentally just had to buckle down and just keep going. And then the side trail was kind of fun, or it would be fun, you know, if you had fresh legs. But after a 19-mile day, when you kind of have rubber legs, it was a little tricky to get down. I'll try and get some shots going back up. But there were a few boulders and rocks to negotiate. It was very steep. Had to go, you know, through a barbed wire fence. So just at the end of the day, you didn't really need that additional challenge. But all in all, it was worth it. So I'm glad to come down. Leaving Mike's place, it sounded like there were about 20 people that were going to come, and only a few made it. I think 3 people made it. One girl hiked most of the way, then she took a 4-mile road walk to cut the last section off. And then 2 other people, they didn't even take the trail. They just road walked it. I think it's 13 miles by road, or 19 miles by trail along the Pacific Crest Trail. So 2 other people took the road walk, and I think they got picked up halfway, and so they had a much shorter way. Anyway, that's a wrap up for day 12.